It is time for early issue Morgan Silver dollars, certified 65 from the mint known to have produced the finest struck Morgan Silver dollars in the series, and that is San Francisco. Let's take a look. Early issue is right. We have three dates here: 1879, 1880, and 1881. Now, the series did start in 1878, so this is year 2, 3, and 4. Each one of these struck at the San Francisco Mint, and like I said, the San Francisco Mint is known to have struck the finest silver dollars in the series. They are absolutely gorgeous. Now, each one of these is independently certified by PCGS as a mint state 65. I'm going to give you all the details, mintage figures, population reports, and what that breaks down to show you and prove to you how rare these really are. Now, the series started in 1878 with San Francisco as one of the mints that started the series. Mint mark is on the reverse at the bottom of the coin there, above the D and the O in dollar. Look how stunning these are. Look how gorgeous these coins are. Blast white, beautiful coins. We only pick the finest ones for you folks here at AVC. Now, in 1879, second year of issue, you're looking at a mintage figure of 9.1 million coins made. But if you go to PCGS and you look at their population reports, their census, you'll find there are only 42,827 known to even exist today in certified 65 or better. So we count in the higher grades in that number just to give you an idea of how rare these are in 65 grade or better. That's basically 1 in every 213 coins, and if you are a percentage tracker, that's less than 0.47% are in 65 grade or better out of the entire mintage. So that is just a really special. We want to be around the 1% club, right? Where 1% of the coins are known to be in this grade or better, right? But this is less than that. This is less than 0.5%. So if you even more special. Now, 1880, just as rare. Now, in 1880, you're looking at a lower mintage figure, not much lower. It's 8.9 million coins, and that population is 63,439, so a little bit more, but still, everybody, still under 1%. So you're looking at 0.71% known, 1 in every 140. I mean, how many rolls do you have to go through to get to 140 coins to find one in this grade? It just kind of gives you an idea of how many or how few are known to exist. Now, PCGS populates, they report every coin they see come through their doors, and they have been doing this since the 80s. So since that time until today, we have very low percentages. 1881, last but not least, higher mintage figure, 12.7 million coins made, but only 84,545 are known in PCGS 65 or better. Again, one in every about 150, and that's less than 0.66%. Again, less than 1%, less than 0.75%, a lot closer to 0.5%. So all of these, very special. All of these under 1%, very special coins. And what's great about this is it's a your choice. You don't have to get all three to get that low price of $199.95 each. You can get just one or two or multiples of one or the other. That's what the beauty is of your choice, just $199.95 each. Now, if you do some checking around with our competition, you'll find these coins in uncirculated condition, which is a mint state 60, if you want to compare the grades on the numerical scale, for $200, $199. That's the same price. That's the same price with our competition. They're charging $199 for the 1879 for a mint state 60. We're at how about 95 cents more? And you're a mint state 65, not a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 5 grades higher for 95 cents more. Kind of silly, right? But I had to just really break it down. That is the truth. Now, the 1880 in mint state 65, just to give you an idea, is $386 with our competition, and it's the same price for an 1881 with our competition for a mint state 65, $386. So you're saving, folks, no matter which way you look at it. These coins are over 140 years old, and they look like they were made just yesterday. $199.95 each, folks. Mint State 65s, where there are less than 1%, less than 3/4% known to exist for any one of these dates in grade 65 or better. 1879, 1880, 1881. Like I referenced, San Francisco is known by the experts, it's very common out there statement, that San Francisco produced the finest struck coins in the series because they're just absolutely gorgeous. But the grades, the percentage known in this grade, which is a Mint State 65 on the Sheldon scale, just goes to prove that there are very, very few out there survive to this day, 140 plus years later, in this condition. And tonight the savings is just unbeatable. The 1879 with our competition, folks, is $459. I gave you the 65 prices on the other two, which is $386. $459 with our competition for the 1879S in the same grade. So that's apples to apples, same grade, same grading service, but a much, much different price. Your choice, everybody, $199.95 each. These are available online. Our website is avccoins.com. You'll see it across the bottom of your screen there. It's very easy to order. Log on to the site, type it into the URL bar, and each one of these has its own item number. So you can search by the item number, for example, 905-6809, that's the item number for the 1879. Add to cart, processed at checkout. If you want all three, add one at a time, or if you want multiples of one or the other. It's the perfect trio, right? And just add to cart, process at checkout. I want to explain the QR code very briefly. If you're not familiar, you could use your smartphone or anyone like an iPad, a tablet, and you just use the camera to scan that code on the screen. Each one has its own QR code, and then you just tap the link that pops up. Brings it right to the exact product page. So folks, join us while they are available, because these are very limited. There are not many out there known to exist in the world today, and we are down to single digits on each one of these. We were able to bring in a deal, and we're down to single digits on each one already, so don't pass this one up. I'm going to put a 30-second clock up for the last 30 seconds, folks. $199.95 each for early year 2, year 3, year 4 on the Morgan Silver Dollar Series. These are San Francisco's. Another beautiful shot, one more time, of the reverse San Francisco mint mark at the bottom. You can almost count every single breast feather on that eagle. Stunning Mint State 65s. Less than 0.5% known on the 79, and 0.7, 0.6% known to exist in 65 grade or better on those other two. Folks, this one is an unbeatable deal. Save hundreds when you join us.